Good day everyone, and today we'll be discussing about data mining and web scraping. So let's begin. Data mining is the process of extracting useful information from large sets of data. It involves using various techniques from statistics, machine learning, and database system to identify patterns, relationships, and trends in the data. This information can then be used to make data-driven decisions, solve business problems, and uncover hidden insights. Application of data mining including customer profiling and segmentation, market basket analysis, anomaly detection, and predictive modeling. Data mining tools and technologies are widely used in various industries, including finance, healthcare, retail, and telecommunications. It is basically the process carried out for the extraction of useful information from a bulk of data or data warehouses. One can see that the term itself is a little confusing. In the case of coal and diamond mining, the result of the extraction process is coal and diamond, but in the case of data mining, the result of the extraction process is not data. Instead, data mining results are the pattern of knowledge that we gain at the end of the extraction process. In that sense, we can think of data mining as a step in the process of knowledge discovery or knowledge extraction. Basically, data mining has been integrated with many other techniques from other domains such as statistics, machine learning, and pattern recognition, database and data warehouse system, information retrieval, visualization, etc. to gather more information about the data and to help predict hidden patterns, future trends, and behaviors, and allows businesses to make decisions. Data mining can be applied to any type of data, including data warehouses, transactional database, related database, multimedia database, spatial database, and time series databases. World Wide Web. Benefits of data mining: improve decision making. Data mining can provide valuable insights that can help organizations make better decisions by identifying patterns and trends in large datasets. Second is increased efficiency. Data mining can automate repetitive and time-consuming tasks, such as data cleaning and preparation, which can help organizations save time and resources. Enhance competitiveness. Data mining can help organizations gain a competitive edge by uncovering new business opportunities and identifying areas for improvement. Fourth is improved customer service. Data mining can help organizations better understand their customers and tailor their products and services to meet their needs. Fraud detection. Data mining can be used to identify fraudulent activities by detecting unusual patterns and anomalies in data. 6. Predictive modeling. Data mining can be used to build models that can predict future events and trends, which can be used to make proactive decisions. 7. The new product development. Data mining can be used to identify new product opportunities by analyzing customer purchase patterns and preferences. 8. Risk management. Data mining can be used to identify potential risks by analyzing data on customer behaviors, market conditions, and other factors. Here are the different types of data mining techniques versus association. Association analysis is a finding of association rules showing attribute value conditions that occur when combined together in a given set of data. Now, association analysis is widely used for a market basket or transaction data analysis. Association rule mining is a significant and exceptionally dynamic area
model is trained on historical data to predict future outcomes. It's a two-step process. First, the model is trained using a data set, and then it uses this training to predict outcomes based on new data. For instance, a data prediction model might analyze past sales data to predict future sales. Fourth, clustering. This is a type of unsupervised learning where data is grouped into clusters based on similarity. Unlike classification and prediction, which use labeled data, clustering works with unlabeled data. The algorithm finds patterns and similarities within the data and groups similar data together. For example, a clustering algorithm might group customers together based on their purchasing behavior. Fifth, regression. This is a statistical method used to predict a continuous outcome variable, also called the dependent variable, based on one or more predictor variables, or also called the independent variables. For instance, a regression model might predict a person's weight, which indicate the dependent variable, based on their height and age, which indicate the independent variables. 6. Artificial Neural Network, or the ANN. This is a computational model that is inspired by the way biological neural networks in the human brain process information. ANN are composed of nodes, or the neurons, which are connected by synapses. Each connection can transmit a signal from one neuron to another. The receiving neuron processes the signal and signals downstream neurons connected to it. ANN are used for complex tasks like image recognition, speech recognition, and natural language processing. 7. Outlier detection. This refers to the identification of rare items, events, or observations which raise suspicions by differing significantly from the majority of the data. In a data set, an outlier is an observation that lies an abnormal distance from other values. These data objects are called outliers. For example, in a test score dataset, if most students score between 70 and 100, but one student scores 10, that student's score is an outlier. Outliers can be caused by measurement or input error, data corruption, or they can be genuine extreme values. They can significantly impact the results of your data analysis and statistical modeling. 8. Genetic algorithms. These are a particular class of evolutionary algorithms that use techniques inspired by evolutionary biology such as inheritance, mutation, selection, and crossover, or also called recombination. Genetic algorithms are used to find approximate solutions to optimization and search problems. They work by creating a population of possible solutions to a problem, then iteratively improve these solutions through a process analogous to natural evolution. For example, a genetic algorithm might use to optimize a route for a traveling salesperson, minimizing the total distance traveled while visiting a specified set of cities. Web scraping. This is a technique used to extract large amounts of data from websites, whereby the data extracted and saved to a local file in your computer or to a database in table or the tabular form. Web scraping is done by a piece of code which is called a scraper. First, it sends a GET query to a specific website. Then, it analyzes the HTML document of this website and extracts the data that fits the predefined parameters. For instance, you might create a web scraper to extract all product details from an e-commerce website and store it in a CSV file on your computer. This data can then be used for further analysis, or for example, price comparison in the case of e-commerce websites. The bot mentioned in the text refers to the web scraping software or program. It crawls or navigates through the internet posts to specific pages or sites, and then extracts the data from these sites. Crawling is essentially what Google, Bing, and other search engines do to index information on the web, allowing you to search for it later. Indeed, that web scraping is a powerful tool for data-driven decision making. It allows users to extract and organize large amounts of data from the internet, which can then be analyzed and used to inform decisions. Here's how different entities might use web scraping. First, let's talk about businesses. Companies use web scraping for a variety of reasons. For example, e-commerce companies might scrape competitor websites to keep track of prices, product offerings, and promotions. Marketing teams might scrape social media for sentiment analysis. HR departments might scrape job sites to analyze market trends and salary rates. Second, in governments. Government agencies might use web scraping to track public sentiment, monitor for gather data for policy decisions. For example, a health department might scrape websites for information about disease outbreaks. Third, non-governmental organizations or the NGOs. NGOs might use web scraping to gather data on social, environmental, or political issues. For instance, an environmental NGO might scrape data on pollution levels across different regions. Fourth, educational institutions. Researchers might use web scraping to collect data for academic studies. For example, a sociologist might scrape social media posts to study patterns in human behavior. Furthermore, scraped data is often used in marketing, e-commerce, real estate, web data extraction, and data analysis.
Web scraping tools and technologies. With so many web scraper tools in the market, it can be difficult to know where to begin. Every web crawler tool is different, as is every user and use case idea. The following list explores 10 of the best web scraping tools your business can use. First is the Bright Data Luminative Networks. Second is Scraping Dog. Third is Abe's API. Fourth is ParseHub. Fifth is DeepBoat. Sixth is Octoparse. 7 is Scraping Bee. 8 is ScrapeDo. And 9 is Scraper API. And lastly is the Scrape Stack. There are two types of data, and that is the structured and the unstructured data. So what is structured data? Structured data refers to organized and formatted information that is easily identifiable and categorized, often stored in relational databases or spreadsheets. It follows a specific data model with predefined fields, making it straightforward to search, analyze, and manipulate. So these predefined fields provide a clear structure, making it easy to search for specific information, perform analysis, and manipulate the data as needed. So what is unstructured data? Unstructured data, on the other hand, is like a jumble of information without any set order or organization. It can be messy like text documents, social media posts, audio recordings, images, and other data that don't follow a specific structure or pattern, making it tricky to classify or analyze using regular methods. So unlike structured data, it doesn't have a clear organization or pattern, which makes it more challenging to classify or analyze using traditional data processing methods. However, with the advancement of technologies like machine learning and natural language processing, we are increasingly able to extract insight from structured data. Web scraping best practices. Best practices for web scraping. We hear a lot that scraping is a legal gray area, but the truth is scraping itself isn't illegal. It's the manner in which you scrape and what you scrape that falls into the gray area. In this article, we'll give you a set of guidelines to follow when scraping the web, so you know when you need to be cautious about the manner and type of data you scrape. First is don't be a burden. Second, don't violate copyright. Third, don't breach GDPR. And lastly, beware of login and website terms and conditions. Web scraping is a technique to extract data from websites for data engineering purposes. However, some websites have dynamic content that changes based on user interactions, such as clicking, scrolling, or typing. How you can handle dynamic content and web scraping for data engineering. Here are some tips and tools to help you. First is use browser automation tools. Second, use APIs or web services. Third, use JavaScript injection. Fourth, use prefixes and headers. And use machine learning and computer vision.
Good day everyone, I am Eliza Milokios, a reporter for the Further Slides, which tackles about data cleaning and pre-processing and use cases. So, what is data cleaning? So, data cleaning involves identifying and rectifying errors, inconsistencies, and missing values within a dataset. A data cleaning is the initial phase of refining your dataset, making it readable and usable, with techniques like removing duplicates, handling missing values, and data type conversions. So, from the word cleaning, so it will clean your data. So, let's proceed for the data cleaning tasks. So first, we have the data acquisition and metadata. So, for data acquisition, it is a task involves gathering raw data from various sources such as databases, files, APIs, and etc. For the metadata, it is a task that provides information about the data itself, such as its structure, format, source, meaning, and context. It helps in understanding and interpreting the data. The second task is fill in missing values. So missing values are common in data sets and can adversely affect analysis. This task involves replacing null or missing values in the data set with appropriate substitutes. Strategies include mean, median or mode imputation, interpolation, or using domain knowledge to estimate missing values. So next, unified date format. So dates and data sets may be in different formats, like day, month, year format, month, day, year format, and year, month, day format, making analysis challenging. This task involves converting dates into a standardized format to ensure consistency and facilitate analysis. So next, converting nominal to numeric. So nominal categorical variables such as gender or city names are often represented as text. However, many machine learning algorithms require numerical inputs. This task involves converting categorical variables into numerical representations through techniques like one-hot encoding or label encoding. Next, identify outliers and smooth out noisy data. So outliers are data points that significantly deviate from the rest of the dataset and can skew analysis results. This task involves identifying outliers and deciding how to handle them, such as removing, transforming, or replacing them. Additionally, noisy data, which contains random errors or fluctuations, can be smoothed out using techniques like moving averages or filtering. So next, correct inconsistent data. So, inconsistent data can arise due to typos, misspellings, or format errors. This task involves identifying and correcting inconsistencies in the data sets, such as standardizing text data, like converting uppercase to lowercase, fixing typos, or resolving discrepancies in categorical variables. So, by performing this data cleaning task, analysis to ensure that the data set is accurate, consistent, and ready for analysis, leading to more reliable insights and decision making. Let's proceed for the data pre-processing. So, what is data pre-processing? So, as for data pre-processing, you can think of it as taking that discovered treasure and preparing its contents for public display. It goes beyond cleaning. It's about transforming and optimizing the data for a specific analysis or tasks. So, here are the major tasks in data pre-processing. So, first we have the data cleaning. So, under this task are the fill in missing values, smooth noisy data, identify or remove outliers, and resolve inconsistencies. So, as discussed earlier, data cleaning involves identifying and handling missing values, duplicates, errors, outliers, and inconsistencies with the dataset to ensure its accuracy and reliability. So next, data integration. So under this task also are the integration of multiple databases, data queues, or files. So this task involves combining data from multiple sources into a single unified dataset. This may require resolving schema conflicts, matching records, and standardizing formats to create a cohesive dataset. So next task is the data transformation. So under this task is normalization and aggregation. So this task also involves converting raw data into a format suitable for analysis or modeling. This may include scaling numerical features, encoding categorical variables, and normalizing data to ensure consistency and improve model performance. So next we have the data reduction. So it obtains reduced representation in the volume, but produces the same or similar analytical results. So data reduction techniques such as dimensionality reduction, like principal component analysis, are used to reduce the number of features or observations in the data set while preserving essential information. This helps simplify analysis, reduce computational complexity, and improve model interpretability. So next we have the data discretization. So it is part of the data reduction but with particularly importance, especially for numerical data. So this task involves transforming continuous variables into discrete categories or intervals. This can be useful for handling skewed distributions, simplifying analysis, or meeting specific modeling requirements. So, to broaden our knowledge, let's differentiate the data cleaning and pre-processing. So, data cleaning is the initial phase of refining your data set, making it readable and usable with techniques like removing duplicates, handling missing values, and data type conversion. While data pre-processing is similar to taking this refined data and scaling with more advanced techniques such as feature engineering, encoding categorical variables, and handling outliers to achieve better and more advanced results. So, meaning data cleaning is to remove and data pre-processing is to take and to scale. So the next topic is use cases and business research. So use case is a methodology to organize system requirements. It comprises a set of possible sequences of interactions between systems and users in a defined environment with a particular goal. Use cases are invaluable for software developers, helping them identify potential errors in the system and fix them early on. They are also incredibly beneficial for project management, offering context to anyone involved, from stakeholders to customer service representatives. So, what is the purpose of a use case? So, a use case has multiple purposes. Use cases can establish requirements outlining how users interact with the system. They can also manage scope, reducing dreaded scope creep, and providing context for all development team members. One of the most obvious benefits of a use case is that it can reveal potential problems early in the process. Establishing use cases in your development project ensures you'll create a product that is better equipped to serve everyone who interacts with it. So, who creates use cases? So, project or product managers are usually the people responsible for outlining the initial use cases. Product managers can keep the team aligned as they address and complete objectives, all while keeping the concerns of the system's users in mind. While managers typically control the document, team members can add context or additionally data to the use case. So, here are the types of use cases. There are two primary types of use cases. So first, business use cases. So business use cases are also referred to as abstract level use cases. They tend to be higher level with a more abstract description that refers only to the business process and actors involved. Business use cases define the actions the business must perform to provide observable results. So the second one, system use cases. So system use cases have more detail than business use cases. They include the specific system processes that must happen to fulfill the project's goal. System use cases are also known as implementation use cases. So companies can use both cases. Many project managers start with business use cases to provide high-level overviews before moving on to the system use cases for a more granular level of detail. So that's all for my part. Thank you.
So the next topic that we'll talk about is the 6 elements of a use case. A typical use case contains the following 6 elements, whether high level or micro detail. So the first element is actors. In the context of a use case, an actor is anyone who performs a behavior or interacts with your system. An actor doesn't have to be an individual. It can also be a company or a team. The second element is the systems. The system is the product that provides the backdrop for your actors' interactions. It is also called the scene or the subject. The third element is the goals. Goals are the result of the participating actors' interactions with the system. You can discuss these goals at the project's outset with all stakeholders and members of the development team. The fourth element is the preconditions. In any use case, it's crucial to meet certain conditions before and after the use case. These are called preconditions. They're invaluable for software developers, allowing them to visualize the steps users experience as they interact with the system. The fifth element is the basic flow. The basic flow is when a use case operates as outlined and intended, with no deviations or errors. Deviations are normal, so a basic flow is often the starting point for development. The last element is the alternative flows. Alternative flows are when any deviations occur from the basic flow. This can manifest when system-level error occurs or when users interact with the system in unexpected ways. Use case templates. There's no single format for use cases. Depending on the nature of your project and your company's needs, you could include or eliminate various sections. You can also use this basic section outline as a starting point for your use case. Use case name, summary, system details, actor's primary actor, preconditions, basic flow, alternative flows, goal, and lastly, stakeholders. And now, let's talk about legal and ethical considerations in data mining. As data mining continues to grow in popularity, the ethical considerations surrounding it become increasingly important. With a vast amount of data available, it's easy to forget that this information belongs to the real people, and there are potential consequences to how it's used. In this section, we'll explore more of some of the ethical considerations in data mining, including privacy, consent, and bias. So first, let's talk about privacy. One of the biggest concerns with data mining is privacy. As data is collected and analyzed, it's important to ensure that individuals' personal information is protected. This includes not only their names and contact information but also sensitive information such as health records or financial data. To address this concern, it's important to implement proper security measures such as encryption and access controls to prevent unauthorized access to data. Additionally, it's important to be transparent about how data is being collected and used, and to to give individuals the option to opt out of data collection if they choose. So the next is consent. Another important ethical consideration in data mining is consent. In order to use someone's data, you need their permission. This can be tricky, as people may not fully understand what they're consenting to or may not be aware that their data is being collected. To address this, it's important to provide clear and concise explanation of how data will be used and give individuals the option to opt out of data collection if they choose. Third is the bias. Data mining algorithms can be biased, whether intentionally or unintentionally. This can lead to unfair or discriminatory outcomes, particularly in areas such as hiring or lending. To combat this, it's important to carefully examine the data being used and to ensure that it's representative of the population being analyzed. Additionally, it's important to be transparent about how algorithms are developed and to regularly test them for bias. Fourth is the transparency. Transparency is key in ensuring ethical data mining practices. This includes being clear about what data is being collected, how it's being used, and who has access to it. Additionally, it's important to be transparent about how algorithms are developed and how they make decisions. By being transparent, individuals can make informed decisions about whether or not they want to participate in data collection and can hold up organizations accountable for their action. Lastly, anonymization. The process of removing identifying information from data, such as names or contact information. This can be a useful tool in protecting individuals' privacy. However, it's important to note that anonymization is not foolproof and that it's still possible to re-identify individuals based on other information. Additionally, anonymization can make it more difficult to detect bias or other issues in data mining algorithms.
Ethical considerations in data mining are complex and multifaceted. It's important to consider issues such as privacy, consent, bias, transparency, and anonymization in order to ensure that data mining is done in an ethical and responsible manner. So, ethical considerations in data mining are crucial due to its potential impact on individuals and society. Privacy concern arise as data mining often involves collecting and analyzing personal information, necessitating strict adherence to data protection laws and regulation. Consent is essential, ensuring that involved are aware of and agree to how their data will be used. Bias must be addressed to prevent unfair treatment or discrimination, especially when algorithms make decisions affecting people's lives. Transparency is the key in relieving the method and purposes of data mining to stakeholders, fostering trust and accountability. Anonymization techniques should be employed to minimize the risk of re-identification and protect individuals' identities. Ethical data mining practice prioritizes respect for individuals' rights, fairness, and accountability throughout the entire data mining process. Integrated with decision making. What is data integration? Data integration is bringing together information from different sources and storing it in a unified way. It is similar to the file cabinets throughout your office. It's holding bytes and pieces of information on a topic. By implementing data integration, you can house the data shared, input it into a filing cabinet for improved decision making. So, data integration involves consolidating data from various sources and organizing it in a cohesive manner. It's to assembling scattered pieces of information stored in separate locations to different file cabinets throughout an office. By employing data integration techniques, organizations can centralize their data, categorize it, and store it in the unified repository facilities. More efficient access and analysis. This unified data environment enhance decision-making process by providing a comprehensive view of the available information. The benefits of data integrated are competitive edge, readily available, the comprehensive data your business can respond faster to market change and opportunities. This agility allows you to stay ahead of the competitors. Robust security. By centralizing the data at one central hub, applying the managing security protocols becomes easier. This simplifies data usage monitoring and prevents unauthorized access effortlessly. Third, enhance customer experience. Consolidate data provides a 360-degree view of consumers, enabling your business to personalize interaction and deliver a more consistent and positive experience. Lastly, cost savings. Automating data transfer and processing tasks through integration tools saves time and sources. Eliminating manual data entry tasks frees your employees to focus on higher value activities. It's reduced the experience of maintaining the operating multi-databases. Practical application through project. The value of project management to your organization improves collaboration experience, smoother, more enhanced communication after older, no need more complexities in collaboration. Project management increases the degree of transparency and guarantees accountability and a significant capacity. It depends and refines a clear outline of the path the team at large is taking as well as the individual responsibilities of each member. It enables you to envisage the course of project, due dates, and their feasibility. Task owners separate and shared task status, workload, or relevant resources. Disseminate this information where they're easily visible and accessible. Everything stakeholders to ensure you're all the same page. No more overlooking deadlines, no more rushing, no more scrambling at the last minute, no time wasted. Eliminate confusion. Project management routes you can make smart, sound, data-driven decisions and choices. Project management is important in that it makes certain there's the presence of strategic alignment, incorporating real value to the vision of the opportunities of a particular project. So, the project management elements confusion by guiding you to make informed decisions based on data. It ensured strategic alignment, adding real value to the project vision and opportunities. In essence, it provides a structured framework for achieving project goals efficiently and effectively.